Now normally with Women in Wheels, when we test a car, we look at the practicalities and the usability of that car. Now today I'm driving Peugeot's brand new RCZ, and quite frankly I don't give a stuff how big this boot is, even though it is huge. This car is utterly gorgeous, and that's what it's all about. It's a fashion statement, there's no doubt about it. It's one of those cars that when you get into or when you approach it just makes you want to smile. Luckily it's also backed up with a fantastic engine, very efficient, lovely gearbox, fabulous steering, and the interior is just lovely, leather everywhere. I think with a lot of Peugeots these days the quality is really top notch. Loads of manufacturers are on about their quality, but I do think Peugeot really got it right. Now the leather on the dash is a £500 option, but it is so lovely and it gives you a feel as if you're in a much more expensive car. So when you look at this car, you imagine it's a real supercar and it's going to have an enormous engine which is a gas guzzler. But in actual fact, it's a very sensible car underneath its looks. So the car we're in is based on the 308 platform, and with that of course you get all those fantastically efficient engines. So really it's a bit of a head and heart business. Your heart just wants this car, but it's so gorgeous. Your head's saying, actually, I can justify having this car because it's very fuel efficient. I'm always quite amused when I see the concept cars, because you think there's no way on earth you're going to see one of those cars on the road because they just look too cartoon-like. But in actual fact this is very, very true to the original concept car. It's got this amazing double bubble roof, which is just so gorgeous to look at. It's very sleek. It is a coupe, so it's lovely and low. It's got a masculine type bumper at the back. In actual fact, I think Peugeot are selling it as quite a masculine car. Looking at their advert that's about to come out, it's all about men. But looking at it, I think it really would appeal to women. We've shown it to a few women this morning and they've all gone, wow, I want one of those. Now this car is up against some quite stiff competition, Audi TT and the Scirocco. But they're of course more expensive, and I think that this car is just so much better looking. So the RCZ is a coupe and it's a 2+2, so you can't delude yourself that you'll be able to get 4 reasonable sized adults in this car and have a comfortable drive. Now I am quite small, quite short legs, and I found it quite a squeeze at the back there, and my head was touching the very large rear window. I wouldn't like to travel too far like that. Kids would be fine probably in the back for short distances, but again, why would you want kids in a car like this? The boot is huge and it goes even bigger if you flop the rear seats forward. You can get a bicycle in there, golf clubs, God knows, all sorts of things in there. So really the only sacrifice to the coupe look are those rear seats. In every other respect, it's actually quite a practical car with relatively low running costs. The RCZ comes in 2 trims, which I quite like because otherwise you can get quite confused. It comes in the more basic one, the Sport, and then the GT. So you can drive off on one of these cars for £20,450. The car I'm driving at the moment is a diesel 2 litre, and that's going to cost £22,250. So really quite a lot cheaper than its competitors. I wasn't disappointed in the drive I got from this car, having driven quite a few Peugeots. Very easy, very satisfying. But I love the driving position. I'm so used to being high up, wanting to have a really good view. This is quite low, and because of that my legs are stretched out. I feel I've got quite long legs. Really, really comfortable. And the seats are electric, so easy to alter. Now we're not driving on a fast track, but it's on normal roads here. But it feels very agile, very sure-footed. This car has an amusing feature. It's got a little spoiler that comes up. You can either make it come up manually, or if you're going over 53 miles per hour, it comes up to the first level. If you're going over 96 miles per hour, it then goes up to the second level. Not that we've actually tested that, nor will we. Now thinking about who's going to buy the RCZ, we just had a bit of discussion here. And Paul thinks it's going to be for the younger person, maybe the late 20s, going into the 30s. But I want one, and I think lots of women my age would want one. Especially if the kids have left home